visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
What's going on, WBPTV family? It's your boy, KB the Mark, and we decided to switch it up for episode 50. We got our quarterly review, and I'm joined by my esteemed co-host, my stupendous co-host, Camilo Salamander. How you doing?
I'm doing McMarvelous.
I like how you tried to counter my stupendous with a McMarvelous, but Salamander, we are on the road to the most stupendous WrestleMania.
That is true. The most stupendous show of the year, where anything can go, where celebrities come out for a show, where the highest of highs get hit in an all-time low. You like how that rhyme? I know.
I did, but you messed it up. You're supposed to say the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Nah, because the highest of highs could come out low. Because Roman Reigns, he's the highest of highs right now. He could come out low at the premium live event. Walking out title-less.
That is true. But that's about 2 weeks away. And this is week 12. The week that we are in is week 12. We're here to cover the first 11 weeks and figure out which show is winning in our quarterly review.
Quarter one.
We're going to start off with WWE. This is just, I'll go ahead and go into descriptions for certain ones, but what I have here is just most of the major storylines, angles, events that has happened up until week 11. We're going to start with WWE. We're going to start with WWE. Brock Lesnar winning WWE Championship at day one. That was a huge moment for WWE. They needed to get Brock some type of, I would say, he had a championship match, but I would say some type of energy behind him. He had just came back babyface.
I would say it was a huge moment, but again, it was one of the moments that didn't need to happen. It only happened because Roman had caught COVID and Roman was out. That's the only reason why they put him in that match, because they've been promising Brock and Roman, so we were supposed to get that. That's where all of this shit changed. That's where it all started at. Week one is what shit happens. If Roman was never out with COVID, this Brock and Roman match would have been just for the Universal title instead of for both. That's where it all started at. So, but I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing too, because it was reports that Seth Rollins was supposed to come up with the win and he was gonna be the new WWE champion. But we would have never got that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns feud that we had got when he came back as a Shield. So I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, this week one shit, that little change that they made just because they decided to just throw Brock into another match because Roman had caught COVID, that fucked up the whole landscape of what happened in the next 10 weeks. That's the crazy thing when you think about it. We could have had Seth freaking Rollins as WWE champion, possibly in a feud with Kevin Owens that would have led into him getting the belt at WrestleMania, possibly. Wow. Mind blown. But instead, we got what we got now. Kevin Owens looking like he about to face Stone Cold. Never know. If that little incident never happened, Stone Cold probably would never made his return. None of that shit. That's crazy. That is crazy. You think about that shit.
Huge moment, and that was just starting off the year. Then we go to Brock losing the WWE Championship in the Royal Rumble, only to win the Royal Rumble, and Ronda winning the Royal Rumble.
And that was week, what? Like 4?
Week 4. Yes. I think that was another huge moment that was really putting WWE in talks where you're going to be talking about it, whether you like it or not. And sometimes that's what you want.
Right.
We then had Alpha Academy beating RK Bro the week before the pay-per-view. well, I'm sorry, 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. And me and you had sat here and said they made the right decision, but did it at the wrong fucking time.
But yeah, they did that week 2.
Week 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right before the Royal Rumble that they should have waited until the Royal Rumble. So that knocked off some points because of that, I think. Because if you think about the whole tag division, they ain't really do nothing. Alpha Academy won it, but now the belt's back on RK Bro. So we began the year with the belts on RK Bro, and now during the first quarter, they're still back on them. Even if that little title change didn't mean nothing. So they could have capitalized off of that much better. They would have did it at the Royal Rumble. So that I'll say some points is getting taken off for that reason, because I don't see nothing that's different that we see.
Okay. Well, speaking of RK Bro, you already said the win that they got didn't mean anything, so I did have that in here. But I will say this though, RK Bro, I think they didn't do it right, but the team of RK Bro and where we are now with them holding the belts again and going up against a very serious Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, Montez Ford. I kind of like where we're at.
Yeah, like the story of RK Bro is a good thing, but it's just the execution of it I didn't totally agree with. Still, simple fact, we beginning the year January 1st, 2022, with RK Bro being the champions. Fast forward 3 months later, going into Mania, that's 2 weeks away, they still the champions. They only switched hands for about 2 months. And the storyline really didn't go nowhere. I mean, now it's a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the titles with the two teams involved. But I mean, if you want to count the Street Profits being more serious and RK Bro just chemistry together as a plus, I would say that. But it still gets some points taken away just because of the execution of it. But there's also a thing that you miss.
What's that?
You brought up the Royal Rumble, but you didn't bring up Mickie James. That's a plus. That's a plus.
I did. I had Mickie James towards the bottom of Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Like, she was coming up. I didn't forget her. Okay. I was going through
that's a plus.
List. Yeah.
Even though WWE did what they did, it's still a plus because they still open up the forbidden door. Yes. The fact that they let her own their television, even they announced it as the Impact Women's Championship, the fact that she came out with her Impact gear, her Impact music, and her Impact Knockouts Championship is a plus. It's a win. Impact title was on WWE television. You can go back 10 years in the future. You can go back and watch this Royal Rumble and see that title still on TV.
My only problem to that is
that's cool.
Listen, my only problem to that is, and you're absolutely right. In the grand scheme of things, I'm going to give them credit. She did come out with the Impact Knockouts Championship. But come on now, you can compliment something all the way up until the T. But if you forget the name, what's the point?
That is true. That's why I was like, despite what they did, but I do see what you mean, because it is like, what was the point if you're not gonna get my name right? That's like giving me all the props in the world, but you mispronounce my name. So I do get that. But I'm saying, I'm probably like around week 30, you'll look back at this and be like, that was cool.
I mean, it's cool now. I just don't like the fact that they couldn't get the name right, because you purposely didn't do it. This isn't an accidental thing. Pat McAfee announced her as the Impact Knockouts champion. If you hadn't acknowledged it on TV, I probably wouldn't be that mad. But you had Pat McAfee acknowledge it.
He probably wasn't supposed to. He probably slipped. He probably wasn't supposed to, for real.
I don't know. Moving on real quick to the return of Cody Rhodes.
Not official yet. It just talks.
He's already
is it official that WWE came out and said that they signed him already? Or is it just according to PW Insider? Because even though PW Insider is very credible, but if WWE didn't come out and say Cody Rhodes on WWE.com, Cody Rhodes, I signed a new deal with WWE, it's not. I won't say it's official yet. It's not official till we see him on TV. I don't want to count it yet. Even though they saying it, but if WWE didn't come out, I'm still behind. I'm still thinking this will work, man. Because ain't he's the host of the TBS show Big Time? Big Runners, one of them.
Go Big Show, yeah.
Shit like that, like I kind of get like if you already had a contract before you sign it, so you got to finish out your deal. I kind of get that, but it's like it's just still some stuff. I'm like, I don't know, maybe, but I'm not believing it until I physically see him on WWE television.
Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say just the fact that you got AEW's Cody Rhodes and he left AEW on a 5-star classic and just said fuck it. I think that's a huge get.
It is, but I don't know. It just all depends how they utilize him, because they can just push him for a few weeks and then boom, just do whatever. It could just be we doing it just as a slap in the face for AEW. I don't know.
Listen, I heard reports. I don't want you to take this with a grain of salt. I heard reports that the winner of the Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes match, which is taking place night 2, will be the challenger for the unified champion, whether it's Roman, whether it's Brock. And I got a crazy idea.
They're gonna give it a set.
What if they really want to stick it to AEW, right? What if they have Brock beat Roman only for Cody to beat Brock? And now Cody Rhodes has hit a stratosphere unlike any other. You slayed the guy who slayed the tribal chief. And he didn't even hold it long.
That do mean that you basically the best in WWE, because Roman was the best, that he got beat by somebody, mean that he's the best, then you beat him. But then they're just gonna keep playing that shit because somebody beat Cody. That mean they the best, and that person gonna keep getting beat. Yeah.
Nah, it's just Cody Rhodes. He came in with momentum. Think about it. They could actually do this where he only wrestles 3 times, right? He beat Seth. Well, I'm sorry. He would wrestle twice. He would wrestle twice and be the champion. He would beat Seth. The Roman and Brock match would have already taken place, so you're just waiting for that next pay-per-view. He just cuts promos. Heel promos. Talking about how he's the best. Look where he came from.
He cut heel promos? Was his heel promos shots towards AEW?
Yes. Yes. Because after he beats, listen, the first promo I'm having him cut is going to go exactly like this. He's going to come. I think the fans will love him, but he won't like the fact that he had to sign there. That'll be the vibe he gives off. The first thing he's coming in with, and I'm having him say is, "You guys like the dirt sheets, right? The dirt sheets to tell you I left the hottest company at the peak of my career. I left everything to come here. And I walked in and slayed your visionary. And I made it look effortless." Of course, everybody's gonna boo because they're gonna hate how arrogant and smug he is, especially if he dominates Seth Rollins. And then he goes on to say, "Well, now I'm focused on, and I want it to be Brock. So then he just goes on, he just goes on to talk about Brock and how he left AEW with a 5-star match and came here. That basically be how the promo go.
Wouldn't it be more beneficial if Roman actually beat Brock and he cutting that promo towards Roman and going on to face Roman? Because you got WWE biggest guy versus basically AEW, one of AEW's biggest guys.
No, because you don't want to do that match at a C-level pay-per-view. That's your son. WWE
is trying to build. Basically, if you WWE and they in a time of trying to make as much money as they can, every pay-per-view they're gonna try to sell out. So why not? If WrestleMania Backlash regularly really don't do that good, and you trying to sell it out, why not book that match?
I mean, it's a good idea, but I will hope and pray that WWE knows that if you're really going to go with Cody beating Seth, then Brock can beat Roman, because your bigger match is Cody versus Roman at SummerSlam.
What would they do? Brock versus Cody at SummerSlam.
Is Brock going to want to put in that time of that much work into storytelling? What if he don't?
He did. Cody? He did it already. He doing it now.
I think he does that because he respects Roman. He respects Roman, real life.
Yeah, but it could be a thing of a favor for Vince. He respect Vince. Could be a favor.
I just feel like you're Roman technically, because next year's WrestleMania is The Rock. So instead of doing it at Mania, you just do it at SummerSlam.
I don't know. If The Rock is not coming by next Mania, I don't think he's coming at all.
Well, ain't he supposed to confront the Tribal Chief after he slays Brock Lesnar? Isn't that what they're whole building to?
I don't know, because I know The Rock's contract right now that he has with Hollywood, stuff that he can't do. If he do come back, he can't take no major bumps, basically, because they can't afford for him getting hurt like he did with that Hercules movie when he came back during WrestleMania. He ended up getting hurt, and then that delayed the movie process because he had to heal, get surgery and shit. So that's why ever since then we ain't been seeing him, and then that's why we ain't seen John Cena, because John Cena doing Peacemaker and all these other movies and stuff like that. So he's not able to come in and physically do a match.
Okay.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, The Rock is if not, he's the biggest movie star ever, like right now, that we ever seen. Right now. So that's what I'm like. His schedule be so busy. He doing a lot of shit. So if he don't come back by next year, I don't think he's coming back. I mean, he might. I don't know. He might, but for like a one-off. But like as a serious run, I don't think he's gonna come back if he don't come back next year. But I do feel like if we don't get that Roman head of the table, Tribal Chief versus The Rock match that really determines who's the head of the table, if we don't get that match, I feel like it's an incomplete chapter in both guys' careers in WWE. Got
it. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Everything that they've done in the past 4 weeks, I think Seth Rollins has been doing the best work of his career, and that's not easy to say, because he's had a marvelous career. His beginnings on the main roster really stands out as what Triple H really saw on him.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Do you think this adds to what WWE has been doing in a good way, bad way?
It's a good thing because of the stories that they play out, but it's also a bad thing. And let me explain why it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because the tag division. You could tell WWE don't have a tag division in women's or men. that's good enough for real. Which is why they're just throwing people together. People who we not currently using, or people who we don't have a story for, but we want you on TV. So we just gonna throw you in the tag. I.e. Kevin Owens. I think now they just now finding a story for him, which is the Stone Cold shit. Seth Rollins, they had that plan for him to get the WWE title at day one. Plans been different. Alright, we gonna put you with Roman. We ain't gonna take the belt off of Roman, but after the story, then what we gonna do? You know what? We gonna put both y'all together because we need y'all on TV. Then after Mania, what story do you tell? And stuff that's the thing. And it's even with the women's division, like, to me, I feel like there should be no reason why Rhea Ripley, motherfucking Sasha Banks, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, whoever. There should be no reason why those women is in the tag division. They are main card talent that can go for the Raw or SmackDown Women's Championships. I could see Naomi forming a tag. I could see Carmella and Queen Zelina. I could see I low-key can see Natalya too, so I'll take her off the list. I low-key see Natalya forming a tag some type of way. But you gotta make these look realistic too. Like, it's just like 1 week, 2 people just pair up. People who we never really seen interact on screen. Even if they really friends behind the scenes, we don't know that. We ain't seen them interact on screen. So it kind of feel like an odd pairing. Like, to me, Shayna Baszler and Natalya feel like an odd ass pairing to me. They both brawlers. Natalya, she's technician. She's a technical wrestler. Shayna is a brawler or a striker. But it just seemed like it's an odd ass pairing. Well, they put Shayna Baszler with Nia Jax. That seems believable. Nia Jax with Tamina. That's believable because, you know, the Anoa'i family. So I understand that. But it's when you mix the shit up, like team like Sasha and Naomi, that makes sense because when they first came on the main roster, they had their team bad and shit. But Sasha is a main event talent. That's why I see in the women's division, she's a main event talent. So I don't think she's deserved to be in the tag division. I would like to see Naomi back up there too, but I could also see her in the tag division too. But like Alexa Bliss, she don't deserve to be in the tag. Like, none of that shit. It's like they're just throwing shit together because they don't release. They having trouble with that tag team division. But they don't release the Iconics. They don't release women who was actually already an established tag team. That don't make sense. Y'all released T and Nas. Why? Wasn't she Shotzi Blackheart tag team partner?
Think so.
See, y'all had a tag right there on SmackDown that could have fitted in right well. Y'all let it go. Don't know why. Emma Moon and her tag partner. Already established team in NXT. Y'all could have called them up and y'all could use that in y'all tag team division on the main roster. I don't know why y'all didn't do it. Even on the men's division, like, y'all got your tag teams, but instead, like Roberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, they on TV every week, but they losing. They is an established team, so it's like your established teams is losing, but your teams that y'all just throw together, like RK Bro, like that's a team that y'all threw together that just so happened to fucking work. But Randy Orton in the tag team division, for real, that don't make sense. They don't go in the same sentence, but it just so happened to work though.
It's Randy Orton. He can do anything.
That's true, but I mean, honestly, do you really want to see Randy Orton in the tag team division? You don't. But it's just the fact that y'all just throwing these tags together. Now, just because y'all got one correct, that don't mean do this shit for everybody like they've been doing. Y'all just so happen to form RK Bro together, and that shit just worked. And shit, it's not gonna happen with everybody. That's my thing. And shit like that. But I just think it's just certain shit. Like, they established on the main roster, the established teams like the New Day, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, teams that's already established either get let go or they just lose all the time. And then teams that they throw together who have no chemistry, who they both is either a mid-card or main card talent or two main card talents, is put them together in a team and they be winning. Make it make sense. It doesn't.
Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. As dull as the story has been, I'm still excited for the match, so I'm going to give it a plus. The story hasn't been that bad. I kind of like the the injury angle they just ran on Monday night. I kind of do. I kind of don't. I'm in the middle, but it's more good.
Okay.
Finn Balor winning the United States Championship and Damian Priest heel turn. How do you feel about that?
I didn't care for it.
Didn't care for it?
Mm-hmm. I did like Finn Balor getting the belt, but I ain't really care for it. It's darker. I don't care for that. Like Damian Priest, what? As Priest, he's face. As Damian, he's heel. I don't like that shit. I don't get it.
Just split personalities.
Yeah, was this the Omen? I don't get that shit. I don't like that.
Oh, okay. This next one is what I think has been a great little back and forth, but I feel like it's flown under the radar. Austin Theory and Vince McMahon's relationship. I love seeing Vince on TV. I don't know why, but seeing him in this mentor role to Austin Theory and pretty much scaring him into being like his protege, I really like this. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. Vince McMahon don't put himself on TV with just anybody. Mm-hmm. If Vince McMahon is on TV with you, he sees something in you.
Right. And that I like that though, because it's like, you know, the last person that Vince McMahon stuck behind was Drew McIntyre. Now, even though his first run at WWE was mediocre, it was mid. When he left and came back, you can't say he ain't. He's been a motherfucker basically. So, I mean, shit. Everybody who Vince McMahon stepped on screen with ended up becoming a star eventually. Say no more.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's return.
Like I said it before, I'm iffy about this because I don't know if I want to see it, and I don't know if we really need it because, like Goldberg, all the times Goldberg came back. I think the only time that Goldberg came back in the 2010s. What's that? Yeah, only time he came back in the 2010s that he actually looked good when he faced Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series and he had beat him in a few seconds. That was the last time he actually honestly looked good.
Nah,
is that because of him? I mean, but that's why I'm about to ask this question. Is it because of him or was it because Brock did a good job selling? Now, even in the Dolph Ziggler match, did he look good or was it just because Dolph did a good job selling? I mean,
Goldberg played a part in that.
I mean, me personally, I think he looked. What was that match? 2016 and Survivor Series with him and Brock.
Yes,
that was the last time he actually looked good. So we ain't seen. And the last time he was in the ring before that was motherfucking what, like early 2000s. Was their last match at WrestleMania 20? So 2004 was the last time we seen him before then. And that was the last time we see Stone Cold too. like actually do in the ring some other stuff. So I don't know. I just kind of think because when it comes to legends coming back, it depends, man. It depends how you are utilizing shit and all that. Like I'm all here for a show up of a legend, but I'm not here for that legend to get a push over someone who been putting in the work. Like I don't like how Goldberg can just come back anytime and just automatically be number one contender versus the person who was number one contender 2 weeks ago before you even returned, who was actually putting in the work, doing all this stuff. Then I gotta take a step back. I'm not in for that. I mean, but then at the same time, I don't want to, cause you know, last time we seen Stone Cold, he was like up here, and I don't want him to come back and basically we see him up here, then we getting all hype, like yeah, Stone Cold. Then we come back, then now we having a conversation of, damn, do you see that box he did though? Do you see this? Do you see that? Man, he was slow. He was this. He was that. That's what I'm saying. Like that also hurts your legacy too. Like the thing that hurt my feelings about the Undertaker, like I think the whole thing that's numbing throughout the whole Undertaker career was that match with Goldberg. I think that was the worst decision they ever made because it made both of them look horrible.
It was no fault of Taker's.
It's the fact that you had two people who bodies went through hell, and you in well past their prime. They in their 50s, and you think these two can go out and put on a classic? No. They're both part-timers as that. It ain't like this was Undertaker 2010 when he was still full-time. So that was the worst decision I think they made.
That's not Taker's fault though. That was all Goldberg.
Yeah, but it's the WWE fault. I'm blaming WWE for putting on this match. You see, they made it up when they gave us Undertaker, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. Undertaker looked fucking marvelous in that match. That's how they need to be used. Something like that. They need to be. If you're gonna do something, you need to put a legend up against younger talent. That way, the legend could be teaching them something while the younger talent teaching them something as well. Meanwhile, the legend is working the match while the young guy is carrying the match, basically. They both work with each other. Now, there's a chance that this can work because I just use an example. Stone Cold is a legend. If Owens is the young guy, it could work. But just the fact that Stone Cold been out the ring for so long, I just don't. I don't know. I'm more fearful of him being slow. That's why I'm more fearful of being slow and rusty. I know ring rust gonna come, but a noticeable rust. That's what I'm talking about. Because do he wrestle with his shirt off? Has he been in shape? I know he's getting in shape now, but you know it's a difference between looking like you're in shape and actually being in shape. The Rock, when he faced John Cena, he looked like he was in shape, but he wasn't in shape. He wasn't in wrestling shape. It's a difference. That's why he had that injury and tore a muscle and stuff, because he wasn't in wrestling shape. He was in shape, but not wrestling shape. It's two different shapes. My biggest fear is just this being so hyped up and not living up to it. But that's basically what I'm fearing. To sum it all up, that's basically how I feel. It being overhyped. Simply.
All right, we have the Edge heel turn that just recently happened.
It's cool, but I still got to see more of it. I think it's too early to judge right now.
Okay. The team of Omos, AJ Styles, and how AJ Styles is now involved with Edge and what they're doing with Omos.
This was, I would say, so far, man. I've been saying it ever since we seen Omos on TV and paired up with AJ. So I'm gonna say this is by far one of the worst things they did. That didn't live up to it. Because all you had to do was continue to push AJ as a single star and have Omos be his Kevin Nash. AJ would be the modern day Shawn Michaels. Omos would be the modern day Kevin Nash. You just had him be his muscle. We don't even get a tease of Omos. We get one tease though, Omos, but that was during a serious feud with AJ. When he was in a serious feud with somebody, then we get a serious tease where Omos had to do like a fucking move, like his finisher move, and then we see how intimidating this guy can be. But then you could be setting up, cause they be healed. Then you could be setting up a baby face Edge versus a heel AJ and Omos. And at this point, AJ probably had the United States Championship or something, and it would be for the belt. And then you could do a turn, what Omos would turn on AJ. Then, if that's what y'all wanted to do, AJ turn face, and then he line himself up with Edge or something, or just something. Y'all could have did something way different than that. Or just continue doing that shit till Omos get good in the ring, then pull the turn there when you comfortable enough to push him as a singles competitor. But that's what y'all should have did, because now I think y'all just feeling the ropes, because now what y'all been doing, y'all been feeding him to jobbers, and then y'all been feeding him to basically, I fed him to the local talent, and then y'all was feeding him to the jobbers that signed to WWE. Then he was beating up on the 24/7 people, which is the other jobbers that got the names. Now he at the point now we want to see him go up against the big guys. We want to see him go up against motherfucking a Brock Lesnar. I want to see you go up against a motherfucking Drew McIntyre, shit like that. They're not gonna do that yet. It's too early, because I don't think he can actually compete in the ring with them. He's still green. He still need the work done. Which is why y'all should have just paired him up with AJ like I did, which is had him be the muscle. Meanwhile, he in the performance center, learning, training, and all that shit. So that way, when y'all ready to pull the switch on him, we ain't seen this guy yet. And then hopefully he'll be better than the Great Khali.
All right. The Mysterios.
I love it.
You love the shit they've been doing with The Miz and Logan Paul.
Nah, I don't love that, but I just love, Rey Mysterio my favorite wrestler, so I ain't about to go against Rey.
That's biased. You gotta be unbiased.
I can't.
The shit that they've been doing on Raw for the past couple weeks has been god fucking awful.
How can I hate on the first ever WWE father and son tag team champions? First ever WWE father son duo.
So you won't shit on the WWE product when it needs to be shitted on.
No, I love Rey.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my favorite wrestler, man. I'm short. He gave me hope that one day I can make it.
All right. The Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley tag team push.
I say I don't like Rhea Ripley in the tag team, but if you're gonna put her with somebody, this makes sense. I'll say Liv Morgan is way more of an upgrade than Nikki Ash. Plus, I love that team name, Love Brutality. That's clever.
Okay.
But if you gotta work with what you got, this is cool. If you gotta work with what you got, this is cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say
don't put her with no fucking Nikki Ash. Hell, that's like pairing up John Cena with fucking Hurricane and put them in the tag team. Horrible.
Nah, I was gonna say I am liking the team. I really think they could sneak it out. Everybody's probably banking on Sasha and Naomi. This team might sneak up on them.
I don't know. Well, yeah, because Liv Morgan, she's been needing of a push for about, I'll say she's 2 years too late for a push. Not even too late, but she should have got a push like 2 years ago. For real.
When she stood up to Charlotte on SmackDown is when she should have beat Charlotte.
Yes. And then they start doing that lesbian shit. I ain't like that. Cause then I think they just did that because they didn't want to put her in the in that title picture yet. The whole shit with Bobby and Lana, and then like the love triangle thing. That yeah, but when she stood up to Charlotte, that was when they should have pulled the needle.
Corey Graves and Carmella with the angles that they've been running on TV.
I mean, it's cool. It ain't Edge and Lita.
I think it could be better than Edge and Lita.
Nothing's topping Edge and Lita.
Vince McMahon.
There's a reason why they ain't did it in over 10, 20 years already.
Because they've been waiting for the right couple.
They ain't gonna work.
They gonna let them have sex at WrestleMania.
It's 2022. It's way to get should have did that way ago. Now you'll get canceled for that shit.
It's WWE. They can never be canceled.
All right, pull that shit. We'll see. Got kids in the audience.
Wrapping up Monday Night Raw, Lita's return and the men's and women's elimination chamber.
I love Lita return. I was really hoping for her to pull off the win. It was a couple times they did a scare, and I was thinking like, oh my god, are they really gonna do it? I would actually honestly love a full run, like an Edge run that we getting right now, like a full-time run with Lita. If we can get a 2-year deal and she gave us a full time for 2 years, I would love that.
Quick question: do we run Lita versus his wife? Do we run that?
You could if you want to be messy.
Beth Phoenix. Do we run Lita, Beth Phoenix? If you heel Lita, babyface Beth Phoenix.
If you want to be messy, that could be like her first feud or whatever. I mean, you got 2 years, so if you want to be messy, I would say go for it. But
would you want to see it?
Well, I want to see it. No, because I mean, like shit. I mean, it ain't like he was with Lita when he started talking to Beth. If that was the case, then I'm like, yeah. But they was already been done. Like, it was done for like years before they even started talking. Because Edge didn't start talking to Beth till I think after he retired the first time.
Come on now. Well, you mean to tell me Lita somehow wins the Raw Women's Championship and Edge and Beth Phoenix are sitting back there and Lita just so happens to walk in camera frame because it's WWE? What are the odds that Lita is just walking through at the same time as Edge and Beth, right? Lita gives her a look, puts her hair out, flaunts her hair at her, walks away. Beth looks at Edge like, what's that about? Heel Edge is heel Edge. You just walk away. You don't care. And you're like, there's something still there.
I don't know. Oh, if you put it that way, because it's like Lita. Okay, when you first said it, I was thinking more of a maybe Beth getting mad at Lita or whatever. But if you put it that way, of Lita basically playing the jealous role, then it could work. But,
I mean, you can tell the story of the distracted heel, but she's also a champion. So it's like you're not even focused on your championship now. You're just focused on some personal shit that don't even need to be worried about.
Yeah, so I gotta stay consistent. I don't want soap opera shit.
Fair enough.
Saying it, I gotta stay consistent.
Fair enough. I give you that.
But I would honestly love a full-time Lita run if she come back for 2 years, and I would love to see her run that shit back with Becky Lynch.
Okay.
But this time she go over. And then like I got a couple dream matches for Lita. I would love to see Lita and Bayley. I would love to see a Lita and Charlotte would be awesome. So yeah, Lita and fucking Sasha Banks would be good. Nigga, ooh. What about Alita and Rhea Ripley?
I like to see that.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
All right, and then before we move on to NXT,
Gal Kim and Asuka dream match.
that'll never happen. That'll never happen.
That'd be 5 stars right there.
Men's and women's elimination chambers.
That, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was predictable. Yeah. Once they did that spot with Bobby, I knew it. Because I was thinking like, all right, maybe the last two. Because I was like, Brock gonna come out, then Bobby gonna come out. Bobby gonna be the last one. I was like, maybe the last two standing is gonna be Brock and Bobby, then we gonna get that Royal Rumble shit rematch over. But somehow, someway, Bobby is gonna pull off the win, and they just telling the story of Brock trying to find his way back into Mania. If you know, but once they put that spot with Bobby, I was like, yeah, Brock is winning. But Elimination Chamber was after the Royal Rumble, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We have NXT's portion. Dolph Ziggler winning the NXT Championship. I think that's a dub. That's a win.
It's a dub, but I gotta stay consistent. Like I said before, I think it's a dub because Dolph Ziggler deserves a title. But is it a backtrack? In my eyes, yes. Because like I said, even though the stars that had held that title before, it has been held by Samoa Joe. It has been held by not AJ, but Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, all of the greats. But before NXT was NXT and before they touched that title, Dolph Ziggler was already a United States champion. I believe he was already an Intercontinental champion, Money in the Bank winner, and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion belt, the original Goldie. Before NXT was even established, he was already a star before these future stars came to WWE, before we knew their names. So, to me, I think it's a backtrack. And I do think he deserved a title in WWE, yes. But NXT is basically the developmental brand. That's like Chris Bosh coming back, making his return, playing in the D-League, winning the MVP, and we supposed to say congratulations. You got 4 rings. You supposed to do that shit like you already got 4 rings. We supposed to dominate in this shit. It's developmental. That's how I see it. You already had this accomplishment. You already damn near a borderline Hall of Famer. So you get sent to NXT. You supposed to do that shit. I expect for you to win that shit. I expect for you to dominate. I expect for you to go on a long run with this title. Just like when they sent Finn Balor back. Finn Balor, when you first started, he was good. Then he went to the main roster, so he got main roster experience or whatever. Then he came back. He even touched main roster gold before he even came back. I expected for him to come back and dominate in his second run at NXT, like he did. Because you got experience that other people don't have that's in NXT. Just like Dolph Ziggler. Now something like that could Finn Balor, because he already touched foot there. But he ain't like, I see why, because of the way he was booked and shit, why he went back. But like Dolph Ziggler, he was already here. He was already made a name for himself. So him going to NXT, it just didn't make sense to me. And then him winning it, I don't think it's a congratulations like that. I think it's I won't say like a demotion, but it's backtracking.
Okay. Walter coming over from NXT UK and Imperium as NXT Tag Team Champions. They put on multiple 5-star matches to me with MSK and some of the other tag teams down there. And Walter, of course, even though he looks like just a regular NXT guy, it's still Walter. He still has that aura about him. You know what you're going to get with Walter, and it's always a good thing.
I'm going to shit on this, and the only reason why is because they changed his name to Gunther. If you would have kept him the same way and did everything that you already did, everything would be fine. But the fact that y'all changed his name fucked it all up. To me, changing his name to Gunther, it could have been anything, but just changing his name, period, fucked up the legacy that the name Walter had held before.
Gotcha. The men's Dusty Cup, which was won by the Creed brothers of Diamond Mine. You know me, Salamander. I've been hyping up the Creed brothers every NXT. They do something good. I love this. And the women's Dusty Cup, we have Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray against Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai. I actually like this matchup. This was not the finals that I would have predicted. I had one team right just off the storylines that they were going with, but I did not have Dakota Kai and Wendy Chu, another makeshift team, and they work really well together in the ring. Really like that.
Yeah. I ain't really see much of NXT like that, so
I got you.
I trust your opinion.
Carmelo Hayes and his NXT North American Championship run. I think this is good. He calls himself the A champion. What I like about it, you get TV title defenses, and you know how big I am on that. That's why I love AEW. They give you a TNT Championship defense like damn near every week. You know you're at least getting one title match a show. Really adds prestige to that belt.
Yeah.
The best thing going in the women's division, Toxic Attraction. Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, they're running the women's division. They are the NXT's women's undisputed era.
You know, once they get called up, all of their names changing.
They're not changing Mandy Rose.
Yes, they are. They changed her hair and her gimmick. Yes, they changing. They changing her name. We supposed to forget that she was everywhere. Sonya Deville, all that shit.
Okay. Braun Breaker. I mean, this guy, I'm saying that he's main roster ready to me. He's main roster ready.
Yeah. He ain't been on NXT like that heavy lately.
He came back last week to confront Dolph, and that is the NXT Stand and Deliver main event. Now, the real question...
After that match, he's going to the main roster. Which is going to be right after the Raw, after Mania. I guarantee he's going to make his debut. It's basically his official call-up. And then there's also news. You remember the college kid that they drafted? That's on Raw?
Yeah, Gable Stevenson. He's showing up.
Yes, because he ended up having his last match, and he left his shoes on the mat, which is a sign that they usually done. So I believe, and Corey Graves had actually tweeted him too, and I believe that he might be one of the ones that show up on Raw too.
That main event seems about to
How
shake
much
up.
they're gonna change his name?
To just Gable.
No,
Stevenson.
No, it's gonna be something different. It's gonna be wrestling guy.
You got to get WWE more credit than that.
Bro, they came out with Butch and Doudrop.
I mean, well, you know how Vince is.
Look, it's gonna be his name gonna be the Black Kurt Angle. Black Angle. Boom. There you go. That's his name. That's how they gonna do him. Kurt Angle was an Olympic medalist. He's an Olympic medalist. Black Angle.
Tommaso Ciampa versus Tony D'Angelo. This is another match confirmed for NXT TakeOver. I think this is good. Moving on to SmackDown. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Everything that's happened from day one to the Royal Rumble to where we are now. I was kind of, you know me, I said I didn't want to see it. We've seen it too many times, but they find a way to keep me interested.
Cause I kept telling you, I told you from when we first seen Brock when he made his return, I was like, nah, this is a different Brock. You wasn't in for it. I was like, nah, this is a different Brock. Usually where Brock is gone for a long period of time, he grows his beard out and then he may make a return with the beard, but the next time we see him, he usually be on that next Raw, he'd be clean shaved. When he showed up that next Raw and was still dressed the same way, I was like, this is something different. He got the ponytail, the beard. This is just a different Brock. This is a more fun Brock. Might be the most funnest Brock that we ever seen. But I still don't think nothing is topping that Kurt Angle shit that he did in early 2002, 2003. That was his best work, I believe. But it's not Brock and Roman. The story is Brock and Paul Heyman. That's the story. Paul Heyman has been loyal to Brock for over 20 years. Despite the little hiccups that he had, like siding with Big Show and shit like that, he's been loyal to Brock Lesnar for 20 years. For over 20, you could say. And then he left him for basically some guy in Brock's eyes. That's the story. The story is that basically Brock is hurt. I'm gonna destroy this guy to hurt you. Even I'll be acting like I'm gonna put my hands on you like he did on Friday and stuff. I'm really not. I just really want you to know I'm disappointed in you. That's what it is. That's this story. That's what the story is.
Okay. You guys heard it here, folks. That's the story. I kind of agree with you, low key.
Yeah. He's hurt. You knew me 20 years of friendship. You knew this guy for 4 years. What he got, I ain't got, basically.
You.
That's what it is, basically. But I think at the end of the feud, Paul Heyman is going to find his way to be the advocate of both. As long as basically I keep Brock on this show and I keep you on this show, we should be able to be cool. But I represent both of y'all.
Until Survivor Series.
Then, yeah, all hell's break loose. But that will be something. It will be something with Brock and like they both is the advocate. In what way to keep them out of the main card picture? If you got the belt on somebody else, it's to have Paul Heyman bring these two guys together and they just run havoc in the tag team division. Just for a year.
No match. They should hold that belt for the year and no match should go further than 5 minutes.
Yeah, like they squash everybody, yeah. But it's going to be that new up and coming team that's going to have to put them out. You probably get a reformed RK Bro. Or a returning New Day with Big E.
That's the team. That's the team.
Yeah. But when you get this returning New Day, you don't get the pancake throwing New Day. With Big E coming back after almost career-ending injury, you get a more serious tone New Day. You get the song come out like with Big E's voice. It's a new day, yes it is. And then you hear the beat, and then it goes slower. But it'd be like Raleigh rapping over it like he did for Big E.
I like that.
But they more serious now.
I like that.
Same beat but slower. Yeah.
I like that.
They be the ones to actually dethrone what you would call what would that team be called? They all Paul Heyman's. Paul Heyman guys.
No. I tell you what. If Vinnie Mac was crazy enough to do this idea, you name them top guys and you start a feud with FTR.
Or name them the Power Couple. Or the Power Duo.
Wasn't that already a name?
I don't know. I mean, they both powerful. And it's two, so it's a duo.
As long as I don't see any match go longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like the opponent gonna have to try to rush. It get caught. Superman punch, some shit. They finisher should be Brock having them in the about to do the German, and then Roman come with the Superman punch as he doing the German. Boom.
That's the finish?
Yeah, that should be the finisher, the tag finisher. Or Brock got him for the F5, Roman bouncing off the ropes, do the Superman punch, and as he punch him, dude basically swing off his shoulders, and then he finished the F5.
I would want them to win the belts As soon as the bell rings, Superman punched the opponent. Opponent rush in, guillotine, bring him back up. Don't go for the tap out win. Spear, tag in Brock, F5.
Or every tag just gonna be all
Quick
right.
as fuck.
Let me show you. You did it last time. I'm starting this one, Roman. You started last time. Now, last time was 3 minutes. All right, watch me get done with this in 2. Like you be hearing them doing that. It's like it's a competitive. Every time they get in the ring with each other, who can finish the match quickly. Like the other person started getting to the time. It started getting to the point where Roman would come down with his shirt still on if Brock starting off, because he know like, all right, last week I did 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Brock is gonna try to beat that, so I already know I'm not. But he's just chilling He's chilling on the apron, just in his shirt still. He in his gear, but he still got his shirt on.
So my only question is, when they are on the ropes for the first time, because of course you'll have to tell that story eventually.
Who gonna start?
And then that's when they just get jumped.
Possibly. And then I don't know, just whoever. I don't know, because then you still got to settle who's gonna start.
All right.
That's kind of a hard one, because that's two big ass egos you're dealing with.
Paul Heyman.
If you want to tell a story but keep them out of the main division, the main event division, why not tell the story? I mean, that could be the deciding factor, is the fact that they both had Paul Heyman representing them, so it could come together through Paul Heyman like that. It would be believable in that way, some type of way.
All right, the Usos SmackDown Tag Team Championship reign, and Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura.
I got to see more of Rick Boogs, Shinsuke Nakamura, this with this tag shit. But with the Usos, I mean, I don't know, because they had a couple title defense, but for majority of their title run, they just had the belts. They ain't really defended it like that.
I mean, they had a good match against the Viking Raiders.
Yeah,
they had a good match with the New Day.
Every now and then. But they've been holding that tag title for like almost a year. And out of that whole year, they only defended it a few times. But most of that year, most of this reign, has been them basically helping Roman. Like, that's been the story of Roman and his feuds, and they just playing around that. That's been basically the story between them.
TV time.
Yeah,
they've got way more TV time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know if this light is a good thumbs up or not. That's why I'm knowing that they gonna drop the titles at WrestleMania. But the thing is, like, why is it good or not? Because most of the shit they've been through has been because of this reason and shit.
Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
Shit. It's cool. I'll say that. I said it before in the last 2 weeks. I like it better if they just flat out make the story be, basically. We all know Ronda came from USC. We already made her career known and shit like that. So why not make the story be basically Ronda telling Charlotte, like, basically, you could come up, yeah, I admit you can beat me, because the only thing you need is 3 seconds. But, where I come from, if you don't make nobody submit or, knock them out, play on that shit. And then you get into Charlotte's head a little bit, because now, like, you can play on that shit. Like, you call yourself the queen, but you ain't did something, this and this and this or whatever, because where I come from, I knocked out this many people in my career, but whatever, you got 0. They could play some shit like that. Then on top of that would get into Charlotte's head, and then that's where you get this shit of her chasing down Ronda every chance you get and doing shit, try to get her to tap out. and then she never tapped. So then even after their attack, when the referees and everybody get Charlotte off of Ronda, you got Ronda laughing at her, be like, yeah, you know you did all that, I still didn't tap or whatever. Like just this past Friday, she did the kendo stick, even did the submission with the kendo stick. She didn't tap, so she got frustrated, power by him through the table. It would have been something awesome with SmackDown going off the air, even though she Charlotte got her foot over her with her hands in the air, but we zoom in on Ronda, she's sitting there laughing, like, and then she cut a promo next week with basically like, you did all that and I still didn't tap, so out of frustration you threw me through the table. That just shows you that you can't hang on my level. If they just come with the intention of making this known that this is the story and the match is gonna be a submission only match, it would have been better.
See, I think they told this story all wrong. I think going into WrestleMania, Charlotte should be the underdog. They're trying to book Ronda as the underdog, and I can't see Ronda Rousey as the underdog. Mm-hmm. They should have been making Ronda Rousey look incredibly strong over the course of this. She should dominate Charlotte every week in their segments. I mean, of course, promo wise, Charlotte's going to get the better of her, but that's why you have Ronda just be more aggressive and really, like, Ronda should have been putting Charlotte through the table. We should have seen Ronda snap. Like you said, you want to make it a submission match, yeah, but fuck submissions in this case. I'm gonna put you through this table and show you that I knock people out. Mm-hmm. I don't think they should go a submission match. I think they should do a last woman standing. Really add something and make this match worth it.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss. God awful.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. God awful.
Yeah, bullshit.
The Sonya Deville and Naomi rivalry. B+.
Yeah, this is good, but I'm gonna give it a C+. I'm gonna give it a B-. Could have been better, but I don't like the way they executed it. Like, I think the payoff of the end was too soon. This should have been paid off at WrestleMania. I believe so. When you told the story of her teaming up with Ronda and shit, you could have continued that shit, because it seemed like it ended right after that. Ronda picked up the win. She shouldn't have got the win. It should have been Naomi got the win, because Sonya Deville was in the ring. Naomi should have picked up the win over Sonya Deville in the tag match and shit. And then throughout the weeks, you just keep having her fuck with Naomi. Naomi got matches. She come out to the ring, got the jacket on. Once it looked like Naomi about to win, she take the jacket off, run in, do some bullshit, cost her the match. And then when Naomi about to retaliate, she throw the jacket back on. Now you can't touch her. And then you just got that shit. And then eventually, like the way that Vince McMahon came out, what Adam Pearce said about Vince McMahon, that shit happened too soon. It should have been like leading up now. Like basically saying that shit, like, you know what, the match is set at WrestleMania, da-da-da-da-da. So now these last 3 weeks leading up to WrestleMania, you just got her fucking with her because she gonna take advantage of her role, because she knows she gotta face her in 3 weeks. But now these last couple weeks leading up to Mania, she just fucking with Naomi all the time, cost on her matches and all this shit. I think that's how they should have did it. The payoff was too soon. It wasn't really even a payoff if you think about it. It was literally, they had a tag match, Ronda ended up tapping out Sonya Deville, and then that's it. Now Naomi's tagged up with Sasha Banks going for the tag team titles. It wasn't a proper payoff.
Nice segue. Naomi, Sasha Banks team.
I do it.
Pat McAfee, Austin Theory. I think the build up to this has been great over the past 3 weeks. I think they've knocked it out the park every week. A slow burn when you really didn't have time to do a slow burn, but they trusted their instincts, and I think it's paid off.
Yes. This was actually, at first I wasn't really into it until Friday happened, this past Friday, when Pat McAfee cut that marvelous promo against Austin Theory. That made this shit good. So kudos.
All right, so out of 100, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Salamander, I'm gonna give WWE for the first 11 weeks. I'm gonna give them an 85.
I'm giving them a 78.
78.
Just because really they have big stories, but now that we went through them, I'm thinking like, alright, yes, that story's big, but looking back at it 11 weeks from now, it was big when it happened, but looking back at it, they could have executed it a different way, went about it a different way, or put a hold to certain shit. It didn't do it right now. Because if you would have waited like 3 more weeks before you did that shit, if you did it 3 weeks later, it would have paid off more and been more. You would have got the reaction that you were looking for. That's how I feel like with most of that shit, for real, for real. The thing that was really, really, really hurting them is, to me, is that Happy Corbin shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Horrible. What the fuck? The tag team division shit, and the Johnny Knoxville shit. Like, haven't y'all learned already, WWE? If you're gonna get a celebrity, get Bad Bunny. That's the only celebrity that should be stepping foot in the doors, and we should be like, alright, hell yeah. That's it. Johnny Knoxville is not a wrestler. The only thing he's gonna do is take stunts. He's gonna take like spots and shit, get thrown through the table, get hit with a chair, get hit with this, get hit with that, and come off with the win. That's all this match is gonna be about, because that's what he's gonna do in the match, is what he do for a living. That's all this match is. He's basically gonna be a punching bag for Sami Zayn to punch enough to get tired and then go lose the match.
All right. Jumping over to AEW. I was about to say Dynamite. Jumping over to AEW. So you're saying at 78.
Yes.
I'm saying an 85. It is locked in. AEW. We're starting off with Bryan Danielson, Cowboy Shit, Hangman Adam Page match series. Fan fucking tastic. Mac fucking marvelous. 60-minute draw. Hangman finished the job in 30 minutes. It was the 60-minute match wrapped up in the 30. 5 stars on both. I think this was fucking McMarvelous.
The match was, it was cool, but like I said, I'm a story guy. It didn't really have the story. This whole Hangman title run ain't really had. The only story that really had, I forgot what legend said this. It was either Rey Mysterio or D'Lo Brown. But the hard part about being champion is not capturing the title. It's the aftermath. How you defend the title. How was your whole title run? All that, right?
Right.
To me, the best thing about Adam Page's title run was him capturing the title. I ain't been excited for his title run since he beat Kenny Omega. The only match I was actually excited for was the Adam Cole one, and then when Adam Cole came up with the loss, I was disappointed.
All right. Hangman Adam Page, Adam Cole, Red Dragon, Jurassic Express. Everything that we've been that just recently happened within the week with their 6-man tag. Fan fucking tastic.
Yeah, that's cool. Why? Because I don't know why. Probably because Hangman got extra help. Got Jurassic Express to help make it more interesting. I don't know. I mean, I don't fucking know. He can talk. He got the mic skills. I don't fucking know. I just ain't been into this shit at all. His whole title run, I just ain't been into it. Even when he was with the Dark Order, it was cool. But it was like once he started chasing that title, it was cool. Once he won it, it was exciting. The next day, it was like, alright, it's cool.
All right. CM Punk and MJF, the promos and the matches. A+, S tier on promos. Every bit had me on the edge of my seat. I think this is one of the best feuds AEW has ever done.
Chef kiss.
Jurassic
Chef
Express.
Fucking kiss. Oh, Jurassic Express what?
Jurassic Express tag team title run. Now, I I was gonna say now with you, how you feel about the Hangman storyline or his championship run is how I feel about Jurassic Express.
I
No
feel the same
storylines.
thing. You know what I've been saying? I feel like this whole shit ran its course. It was cool when AEW first started and all that stuff. Even when they first picked up the win, but I think the whole thing that fucked up their title run is the fact the way that how they won their title. The fact that they won the title because Rey Fenix had came up with an injury. That's why I think kind of messed up this title run. But I don't know. I'm more on the side. I don't know. I think it just ran its course. This basically Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus shit. This ain't nothing but Tarzan. That's all I see every time I see him now.
Fair enough. Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston, their mini feud.
That was cool.
I like that.
Leading into that, we got the Jericho Appreciation Squad. That's cool. We got the breakup of Chris Jericho, the Inner Circle, or with the Inner Circle being with a new leader. I don't know which one would you rather say. But yeah, we got all that lead up. Both of them Marvelous things had led into all started with just one feud. That's what's crazy.
The Jeff Hardy debut and the Hardy Boys reunion.
Mac fucking Marvelous. Matt Hardy's getting beat up in the ring and stumped out by 4 or 5 dudes. Jeff Hardy dancing. Let me hit it. Oh, what's up, little kid? Shake your hand. Let me walk up in this ring slowly. Let me do one more dance before I come in the ring. Alright, now I'm about to help my brother.
Dr. Britt Baker's title run and Thunder Rosa winning the AEW Women's World Championship.
Fantastic. At first, I was actually like, I was behind her getting the belt, but I was behind her getting the belt when she did. Because I was thinking, if that was the case, why you just didn't do it three weeks earlier at the pay-per-view? But then when you had said, because of all the shenanigans that Britt Baker be doing, with all of her help and shit that she been capturing, it makes sense for them to do it 3 weeks later in a steel cage match. And now that you put it that way, and how AEW do that steel cage match, and I had seen it, how it played out, I was like, okay, this makes sense. So
they give you logic. They give you logical booking, and you'd be like, "It's what I would do," but I feel like you could have gave me more. But it's logical.
Yeah.
Your girl, Jay Cargill's undefeated TBS championship run.
Do I need to say anything?
Nah, go ahead. Go.
We already know this is fucking McMarvelous in all caps. In all caps. Jay Cargill, come on the podcast. We'll give you the spotlight. You cut your promos on whoever you want.
Probably me.
You got 2 hours.
Probably me. Keith Lee's arrival. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yes, it was, but you could really sum up all of the signings in one. Because they all kind of intertwined with each other. Keith Lee signing to AEW, that was good, yeah, but so far, I don't think it's been that good.
I'm with you. I feel like it's kind of been lackluster.
Yeah, I think like we was really overhyped for this, because now I'm really looking at you like, did you really leave WWE for this shit? I mean, for real, because like the same way AEW's booking you is the same way WWE was booking you. Same way, you just ain't got no spandex on.
I would say he's gotten more TV time.
That, but you never know. That shit was probably coming if we gave that Bearcat gimmick a chance, which is why we did the video on Bearcat, because some people may not understand what it was, but honestly, that was an honest direction. And because during that time where they was doing that, you know, that's when the Hurt Business was popping and shit like that. For the longest, we thought Keith Lee was gonna be a new member of the Hurt Business.
He should have been.
the Hurt business was popping, so it kind of seemed like at that time WWE was pushing black talent, because then we got the Apollo Crews shit and all that stuff too. So that like black talent was getting some type of push at WWE. That's what it seemed like. So then them digging in a bag to some retro shit, and then they pulling out the Bearcat stuff. It seemed like on paper, it seemed like it was like, all right, boom. But it didn't deliver good. But I think it was mainly because we didn't give it a chance. Mainly because nobody know who it was. You feel me? So I think that's why that didn't work. And also because they put a spandex on him. But I mean, if you just think about it, the way he wrestled on the main roster is the same way he wrestled on AEW. Big powerhouse, throwing people over. AEW, I ain't seen him do a flip yet.
I think he's getting back into shape. It's coming.
But still, he didn't do a flip in WWE on main roster. He's getting used on AEW as a typical big man, like how he was in WWE. AEW, he's on fucking Rampage and shit. We only seen him on Dynamite that 1 week.
He's been on Dynamite for consecutive weeks now. Promos. It's just been promos.
Promos, yeah, that's it. He's wrestling on. You call my company pay-per-views B-level except for the big four. So he's on AEW B-level televised shows and not on the A-level show. He's getting utilized the same shit. Buddy Murphy, we seen him, or Buddy Matthews, we seen him on TV way more. We seen all these other XW people way more on Dynamite than Keith Lee. I'm just saying, as of right now, the way he's being booked, even if he's getting in shape or not, if he's getting booked, the way he's getting booked, he should stay with WWE because it's the same shit.
You already mentioned it, but the Chris Jericho Appreciation Society promo from this past Wednesday's Dynamite, fucking Mac Marvelous.
It's good, Mac Marvelous.
The return of Jon Moxley in that amazing promo he cut in Washington, D.C.
Not even the return of Jon Moxley, the team up with Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson.
That was my next one.
That shit, though, you can intertwine both of those together because without the return, we wouldn't have the two teaming up with each other. So, I think, yeah, this is fucking fantastic. I didn't know I needed these two in my life. To all honest.
I mean, it's like I said on the podcast. It seems like the stuff that we question about Tony Khan and AEW, he knocks it out the park.
That is true.
Wheeler Yuta leaving best friends to be trying to get into the dojo.
I don't know. I liked it, but I think I need more time for it.
More time for it?
Yeah, it just happened. Some of this stuff, even though it happened this past week, if it's new, I think it need more time. But if it's shit that they've been telling for like the last couple weeks, and then we probably got a payoff within this week, or the storyline is progressing, is the good ones.
Gotcha. The rise of the Acclaimed.
Oh yeah, I'm all behind that. Matt Caster got bars. I'm all behind that.
Matt Caster is an upcoming star indeed. The purchase of Ring of Honor, I think this is huge.
I think you put them on, since it's gonna be a weekly show, and if they doing this as like a second brand, i.e. like a Raw SmackDown type shit, I say bring the Acclaim on the Ring of Honor and have them run your tag team division. You put the belts on them there.
Really?
I would. If you're not gonna put them on Dynamite, if you're not gonna have them be the AEW World Tag Team Champions, why not? I honestly believe that they should have did Rampage like that. You got Dynamite, then you got Rampage, be your second brand or whatever. But shit, for real, they should use Rampage. I don't know. Rampage should probably be like the same how it is now. It's just like extra matches, probably like if you was booked this week to wrestle, but your match didn't make it on Dynamite, then it would be taken up on Rampage. And they should use Dark and Elevation as their development part. So if you sign to AEW, but you ain't make your TV debut yet, you will go through the stages of Dark and Elevation. And then after you basically graduate there, then they will decide if you will sign a contract with Ring of Honor or sign a contract with AEW Dynamite. Then if you sign a contract with either or, you be on them shows. Then like I said, either at the end of the week, you don't get booked. But let's just say like they've run 7 matches, but they booked 10 matches. So 3 matches on each show get run over basically. So you got 10 matches to fuck with. Like, alright, this match won't go on, but we're gonna skip that match. Whatever match don't get put on TV or whatever would be the leftovers for Rampage at the end of the week. That's how they should do it.
The House of Black and the arrival of Brody King and Buddy Matthews.
That's cool. I liked it. I'm all here for it. Buddy Matthews need to get tatted up though, because he really fell out of place.
I think that makes him better because he's just clean. He could always tell that turn.
He need to be tatted up. He look like the baby brother that just, you know, that he look like the baby brother that be like, I want to go with you everywhere. Like, I mean, he look like the brother that your mom said you can't go to the park unless you take your brother with you.
I mean, I like that though. I always felt like Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews wrestled like he had a pit bull instinct. He just wants to fight, and I've always liked that about him.
Yeah, I don't know. He just felt out of place a little bit. That's like being in a group and everybody got long hair and beards, and you the only one with a bald head, clean face. Like you gonna look out of place.
Okay.
Or you in a group full of luchadors, you the only one without no mask. Like for real. You in a group full of people who's 5'6" and below, and you the only one that's 6 foot. You gonna be the eyesore. Like, you stick out, and he stick out. Out of everybody in the group, he stick out, and it's mainly because his tattoos. That's just the funny part about it.
Gotcha. Wardlow turning on MJF and Scorpio Sky TNT Championship win, as well as his undefeated streak. You know, he's been undefeated for over a year.
I'm all here for it. Especially the Wardlow shit.
Love it. I love all of this, especially Scorpio Sky. You know, Scorpio Sky to me is very underrated.
You think so?
I think so. I think he's very good in the ring, and you don't really give him credit because a lot of people say like he can't really cut promos. He's not really that much of a talker. You know, he kind of comes off Ricochet-esque. But I'm like, I don't really see that with Scorpio Sky. I just see a guy who wants to go out there and give his all to professional wrestling, and that's what I can really appreciate.
So is that a bad thing though? If you want to go out there and give your all to professional wrestling, you really don't care about your mic skills?
No, but I think it's a really big skill that you need to improve on. I mean,
that's him, because he don't have mic skills.
He can talk. He's just not the elite promo.
No, he can't. There's a reason why he's there's a reason why they comparing him up to Ricochet, because Ricochet, he can go all out in the ring, but he's not that good on the mic. Just like Scorpio Sky, he can go all out in the ring, but he's not that good on the mic.
Like I said, I think Scorpio Sky, I think he can talk. Am I saying he's an elite promo? No, but I'm okay with the Scorpio Sky promo.
Hey, you heard it here first, guys. KB Lamar loves guys who don't have mic skills.
That's not what I said. You love Dominic Mysterio, and he ain't got mic skills.
Yes, who don't love a tall luchador? Who don't love Rey Mysterio? You don't love Rey Mysterio, is blasphemous. And then if you don't love Rey Mysterio, if you love Rey Mysterio, how can you not love his son? How can you not love Lil Dominique? If you was watching wrestling back in 2005 and 2005, 2004, when they had that feud with Eddie Guerrero, and you see this little boy in the crowd, and you thinking like, damn, is that Eddie's son? You gotta love. Then he grow up picking up his daddy on his shoulders. You like, man, this boy got big. Yeah, you can't say you don't love the Mysterios. That's like saying you don't like the Hearts. You gotta love every legendary wrestling family, no matter who they are. I don't even care if it's Teddy Hart. You gotta love the Hearts. You gotta love the Ortons. You gotta love the Anoa'is. Everybody, the Hennons. I don't care how bad Kirk Hawkins was, and not Kirk Hawkins, but what's his name? Curtis Axel. I don't care how horrible Curtis Axel was in WWE. He's still a third generation wrestler. You gotta love all of the legendary wrestling families. If it wasn't for them, who would we have?
I'm gonna let you have that one. MJF screwing Wardlow out of the TNT Championship. It was so obvious, but it was still played out very well.
Yeah, it was.
The arrival of Swerve Strickland.
Mid.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, guys. I've already reported on it once. I'll report on it again. Salamander hates Swerve Strickland.
I don't. I just think AEW is the wrong word.
Young Bucks, FTR, and the possible arrival of Bret the Hitman Hart.
I mean, I'm here for the story so far. They got me tuned in. I would say that.
I would say any Young Bucks and FTR match, take my fucking money. Two very contrasting styles that work very well, with the FTR being real old school and the Young Bucks being the epitome of new school. Mm-hmm. It's like you're getting the epitome of old school wrestling with FTR and the epitome of new school wrestling with the Young Bucks. You don't think it'll really work that well, but it really works out that well. And this is a babyface FTR. I think how you felt about Brock, I think that's how this is going to be with FTR. Okay. It's gonna be weird at first, but once it plays out, you're gonna be like, the FTR's been doing the best work of their career.
Okay. I'm looking for it.
Switchblade Jay White's arrival.
Oh, fantastic! I've been saying that. I said it before people even thought it was possible. So yeah, you already know I'm in for that.
Everything that Darby Allin and Sting have done over these 11 weeks.
I like it. I like it, but then I'm still confused a little bit. They're saying that Darby is Sting's son. I mean, just because he wear face paint, that make him his son.
That's not his son. That's just somebody. They just aligned each other with themselves. Sting has respect for Darby Allin, and Darby Allin respects Sting.
I think it would have been better they saying that, but every time I see them on TV, I hear the commentary say, Sting and his son, Darby Allin.
You hear the wrestlers say that.
Sting's name is Sting Allen then. In wrestling terms.
The star power of Hook and Team Taz.
Oh, I don't know about this shit. I told you, I'm confused about Hook. So I'm confused about this shit. I'm going to give it no rating for me.
What about young Ricky Starks?
I don't know it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Usually when they pop up on my TV, that's when I usually take a bathroom break.
See, you gotta pay attention. You gotta give everybody the equal chance.
I watched Hook's debut match.
It was fire.
Didn't get it. He's confusing me. Are we about to box or we about to wrestle? I don't understand.
Bro, he comes out to Action Bronson. He walks around the ring. He walks in. He beats everybody's ass. He leaves. They're basically trying to turn him into a modern day Goldberg. They're gonna have two modern day Goldbergs on their roster.
Just like Undertaker. You know how Undertaker started his match off, especially in the early 2010s when he started training, like doing MMA training and shit. So when the bell would ring, y'all start off in the match, he really squaring up with you. Like, that was scaring me for a moment. I was standing up straight like, do you remember what we talked about? Because you look a little serious right now. You're giving me mixed emotions. I don't know whether to take you serious. I don't know if you finna box or if you finna wrestle. But I'm gonna say he come out with the wrestling shorts, his hands taped up like he about to box and shit. I don't know. And then he get in the ring, he just wrestle you. You like, what the fuck? The whole image just confused the hell out of me.
Gotcha. Nah, I get it. I understand why you say that. They haven't given you a reason to care, but I think you're looking for the storyline instead of just looking at how he's dominating the matches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that he's Taz's son. So he's a second generation talent. I get that. But it's like, what else I'm supposed to look forward to? I mean, your dad is on commentary desk. He really don't refer to you as a son on the commentary. He does.
Desk. They do all the time.
But not kind of. It's like he's on the commentary desk, so he's doing his job. But that's his son in the ring, so it's like, so I do my job type shit.
Yeah.
Whether of them pairing him up with Taz and Taz being his manager or some shit, or some on-screen act with him or some shit like that to get him more over or something. I don't know. I just feel like it's something there, but it's not clicking yet. At least to me. Maybe to other guys, yes, but to me, even when he was there eating bag of chips on the side, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Exactly. He's the cold-hearted, handsome devil. That's the whole gimmick. He don't care. He gonna beat your ass and he gonna leave. He conducts his business.
But what the fuck is Hook?
That's his name.
That's why I don't understand. Like, what is, like, what makes you, like, what's Hook? Like, especially it's different. Back in the day with Taz was wrestling, his name is Taz. That's different. It's 2022 now with people. Wrestling has evolved. Everybody got names, and names mean some shit nowadays. If it's not a name that kind of resembles a real name, like it could be Howard Mason, even though his name not really Howard, but a name that resembles a real name, like a Drew McIntyre, shit like that. If it's not nothing like that, then other than that, it means something. Or Hook is an acronym for some shit. If it's not his name just Hook, what the fuck is Hook? Like, what it means? What is it for? Like, you just hook? Like, what? You got a movement hook? Hit him with a left hook, right hook. That's how you knock him out, get him down, some shit. That's why they call you Hook, because you got a mean right hook. Some shit. I don't know. Like, make it make sense. His name just Hook, just be Hook. Especially the way they introduced this guy. He just being ringside eating chips. What the fuck? You ain't eating no bag chips, ain't Hook or nothing. So, like, what the hell? I don't get it.
I think you're looking way too deep into it, bro. That's just his name.
I don't know.
That is just his name.
At least the boogeyman made sense. He was scary. He ate worms. He's a boogeyman.
Why do they call Becky Lynch Becky Lynch? That's her name.
That's a name that resembles a real name. It'd be different in her name. She came out and her name was just Lynch. Like, what does that mean? Is it an acronym? What does it stand for? Or whatever. Like, his name just Hook. And he made his debut by eating chips on the sideline, watching the match, and then end up making his in-ring debut where he came out in some boxing shorts, looked like he was about to box, and then just wrestle you down and end up winning and leaving. It's like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, what's the gimmick?
He's the cold-hearted, handsome devil. That's the gimmick.
What is that shit?
What he does in the ring. He does everything with with intent to hurt. He
So-
conducts his business and he leaves.
So is he like a serious Fandango?
No,
Because when you say he's the handsome devil, in my head, a Fandango, or how Dolph Ziggler was when he first came. Or that's how I see. Or Tyler Breeze, when you say handsome devil. That's what I'm seeing, like somebody who cares about their looks, flamboyant.
but
And
that's
shit
not
like that.
him. That's okay. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna let it.
Guys, y'all let me know in the comment section below if I'm the only one that's on this shit, or if y'all kind of feel where I'm coming from too. This shit don't make sense to me. I believe your name gotta play. If it's not a name that resembles a real name, your name should play something that, you know, that means something. Like Hook could stand for something, the H could stand for something, the double O's could stand for something, the K could stand for something. And that's why they call you Hook, some shit like that. Like the move, BME, the best moonsault ever. It's an acronym, BME. That shit's sweet. That's somebody's name. It's some shit like that, like Hook, some shit like that. And it means something else.
All right, we're gonna leave it there. Let us know in the comments. And last but not least, Andrade, Sammy, Darby triple threat TNT Championship match on Rampage before Revolution. I think this was one of the best matches that AEW put on their television, and it was on fucking Rampage before the pay-per-view. I know we got that great tag team match with Sting diving through the tables.
6 tables.
But I wish that we would have gotten this TNT Championship match at the pay-per-view just to throw another title match on there.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm a real AEW fan. I don't watch Rampage. I watch Dynamite.
Jesus. You gotta watch the product, Salamander. You be missing shit.
Until they give us a 2-hour show, 'cause I ain't about to watch wrestling for no hour.
That hour flies by.
That's the reason why I won't watch it. I don't want my wrestling to fly by. I want it to feel like an actual show.
Oh yeah, that's why you love watching SmackDown. A 2-hour drag where you're looking at the clock and say, oh my goodness, it's only 8:45.
Mm-hmm. And I still got 4 more matches left. Hell yeah.
Out of 100, I'm giving AEW an 80.
At 80.
An 80.
Yeah. So far, I would say AEW on my book has been about 2%.
So I have WWE winning
By 5.
by 5. Well, that's it, you guys. Camille Salamander, anything else you want to add, plug, do anything else?
Mainly just subscribe to the channel, check out some content. Go ahead, check out the WBPTV family, and listen to us on whatever you get your podcast from. We're on all platforms.
You heard it from my guy Camille Salamander. I'm KB the Mark. And don't forget, guys, we here at WBPTV, we love sports entertainment.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been balling for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't balling for free. My team be the shit, we ain't balling for free.